Somebody tell me, please. Sign of the TV. Sign of the TV. Looking for some conscious information. Sign of the TV. Looking for some confrontation. Side of the TV. A little debating. A lot of hating. Side of the TV. Information. Side of the TV. Conscious information. Sign of the TV.
And thank you for taking the time away from your family to chat with us. You are a rarity. You are a genuine Trump supporter, correct?
Correct.
And you feel Trump as a now candidate, but as an eventual president of the United States, he is going to position himself to be helpful to black people, African Americans, the folks who classify themselves in those categories?
Sure. Reason what I want to do right quick, right? So I don't want to. When I say I support Trump, I mean it's going to have to be somebody have to be in this man's ear. You know, everybody got their own situation. Like I hear the gentleman speaking now, but we all got our own intentions. I'm gonna make this real brief.
Okay. And also, I'm gonna pass it over to Pill. He has a quick question for you as well.
Everybody have a right to vote who they want.
Exactly.
See?
Yeah, Pill.
Okay. No. At this present time, I would like to show you. Right? That says Eric, Ivanka, and Donald's number somewhere in there. Okay, well, he's in there. I talk to these folks on the phone. Directly, yeah. See, what you look at on TV, that's the problem with all black folks and all folks in general.
Tell them.
You hear what's on TV. If Trump say tomato, you say tomato. It's no different. If I say something about the black vote, you ain't gonna say nothing about me saying something about the black vote. He said something, oh, you heard what he said about the black vote? But one thing I can tell you, when Bill Clinton bought his office to Harlem, all my friends lost their businesses up there in that little area. So the Clintons are not for us.
I know you from
Either or who wins, but I know my intentions with me dealing with Donald Trump. I know at the end of the day, they'll be able to eat. I know my address will be able to change real soon. If Hillary, I know against somebody her ain't gonna happen because she got enough black puppets already with her.
Now, I know you from being out here. You've been very instrumental, and especially the Harlem Business Development Zone and everything. Speak about, because you just touched on it, but I want you to elaborate a little bit further. What happened to Harlem when the Clintons got here? Because we're celebrating 9/11, and we know that after 9/11, they appropriated certain rezoning monies for businesses in Lower Manhattan to come uptown. And that's when the Harlem Business Zone right over there, that building right over there, with the help of Calvin Butts, started selling out Harlem for the Clintons, and they opened up the way, and they used 9/11 as a catalyst. Can you speak?
That is a very good point. And speaking of that, I want to just say, all the Democrats and forces that we done, from David Dinkins, Percy Sutton, everybody black that we done voted for, you know what I'm saying, with the black movement, hey, he's black, let me vote for him. Guess what? They all put the shaft up on this. You know what I'm saying? That's why Harlem is sold. This ain't nothing that happened by mysteriously. It's these black so-called politicians. Let me ask a question.
The shirt that you got on, those are officers that was killed in the line of duty?
Yes, these are officers that was killed in line of duty.
All right. Now, I want to ask you, why would you represent that instead of putting on your brother's shirt, all the brothers that been killed? And I noticed you got on the NYPD hat. You representing the police officers hard, brother. Talk to me about that.
Okay, that's how you look at it. First and foremost, my daughter, if you could Google it right now, she has an organization called Blue Lives Matter. She started this when Officer Ramos and Lou got killed.
Blue Lives Matter?
Blue Lives Matter, yeah. Because I'm not going to raise him to get killed by the police. Right. See, if I raise him, but my attitude was how I was raised, you know, the police, then he go up with that thing, the police, every time you see a police, next thing you know, he going to be shot up. So sometimes we can poison our kids to get murdered. So that's why I got the hat on, because them folks didn't ask to die. They went to the World Trade Center and died. Life is a life. Black life, green life, blue life is all the same.
One related to.
So in other words, let me, in other words, you can't beat them, join them, so I don't get shot down, or my babies get shot down. Let me represent the police instead of representing
myself. Police ain't never did nothing to me, first and foremost. Let's get this out the way. Let this, personally, the man in the mirror, police ain't never did. The only time I had a problem with the police, when I broke the law. And if anybody black, I'll say, the police just come up onto him, hey man, I'm gonna do this. It never happened to me.
Okay,
never
all right. Interesting position. Now, I would never doubt or knock children's genius, so they are very bright. And their hearts are in a good place to want to speak to a segment of humanity. So I would never speak against their effort, and you should be proud as a father. But getting to Trump, you mentioned something now. This is of, okay, but no, but very, very briefly, I must ask this, and then, okay, but one last thing. You said, okay, but no, briefly first, you showed us.
Black Lives Matter?
Well, hold on one second. You showed us or attempted to show us numbers that you were alleging that were your direct contact to Trump, all these people. Now, okay, great. All I would ask, now, it's somewhat personal. So what, and I don't know how well connected you are, but what are some of the regular topics you have to speak to about what might be our first family, the Trumps, that you are such a regular contact with them?
Okay, what was so different than Obama? I ain't see nothing change with Obama. We had 8 years of Obama.
Right. Did you have him on speed dial?
No. You know why?
So again, the Trumps. Let's stick with the Trumps. You are in touch with the Trumps regularly. Yeah. What are some of the things that you have to speak as regularly? You got Donald Trump. You got Ivana. You are going to show us 4 numbers. Yeah, what are some of the topics?
The topic is basically this: the black vote. And the topic basically is, they didn't say nothing about sending no ship back to Africa. That's why black folks need to mind our business, man. He said he gonna build a wall. We don't come across no wall. See, now if he say he gonna build a ship, then I'll be in front of Trump Tower every day, protesting him. But he said a wall. I didn't jump across no wall. We know the Mexican came here, so we ain't gonna get into that.
Interesting position, Pill.
Red pill, give it the red pill.
Red pill.
Do me a favor, good brother. Let's say these names together. All right? These are some of the people that were murdered by the police departments across America. All right? First and foremost, we want to say the name of our good brother, Tamir Rice. You say his name?
I don't have to say his name.
You say his name, brother.
I can say, I don't have to, we playing like some kind of little game here with a 54-year-old man.
Game?
Hold on. We resurrecting him because I'll say Tamir Rice, but don't, let me just say this.
All right, hold on. We're not finished. Sean Bell.
Oh, now, I'm glad you said Sean Bell. Now, if you go in the history books of Sean Bell, from the trial on, I was right there with his mother and father. So when you say about Sean Bell, I wasn't there for no money like Al Sharpton was. So when you say Sean Bell, make sure you go to the footage and see where I was at on that whole trial during the Sean Bell trial. Now, once again, I'm going to say this again. When I deal with life in general, I deal with the man in the mirror. That's why I love like Michael Jackson. Everybody should celebrate that record and listen to that record. I don't have no images in the mirror when I look in the mirror. So when I look at these pictures, and it brings back sad memories. It brings back sad memories. Zongo, I was there for a majority.
So let me ask you a question. Briefly.
But I'm still not representing.
You said that you were riding with Sean Bell. Because I remember you were out there doing your activism thing, right? What we're saying is we want to speak about these people who were defenseless, these people who were killed, these people who were killed unjustly. Forget about the money. They were not, these murders were not justified. All we're saying on this anniversary of 9/11 is the same way that you want to resurrect or you want to represent these strangers on your chest.
Black strangers.
Yeah. Well,
black officers on here too.
Yeah.
Black officers died that day too.
Facts.
This ain't all. He looked just as black as me. All white officers. If it was all white, I wouldn't have it on because that'd be disrespect.
No doubt.
But it was black officers died that day too. Just like it was black firemen, black EMS. You know, and once again.
So you're a humanitarian. You just love everybody.
No, I don't love everybody. I'm not with the LBG thing. I ain't fell into that part yet. I got accustomed to American ways to love somebody gay, because the Bible says Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve. But I love everybody else under the sun besides that LGB thing. You know, that LBG thing? No.
Okay, good brother.
You know, everything else, yeah. Man, if you man, woman, boy, girl, yeah, I respect you and love you. But if you getting, if your name is Steve and you going with Billy and you getting poked, that's a whole different
What if somebody in that shirt was gay? All lives matter. You said, no, hold on.
I don't know what
Blue lives matter. That's what you pushing. Hold on, good brother. Blue lives matter.
All lives matter.
Huh?
All lives matter.
How can all lives matter? You against the LBGT?
No, listen. LBGT, the Bible says in the beginning.
Oh no.
There was Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve. I'll say it again. This ain't what I said. This is what the Bible says. So I try to.
Are you the Bible?
No, but I live by it.
Hold on. The bottom line is that you're a poor example of a black man in Harlem. You are walking up and down the street as a fucking nigga, and you raising your babies, and you acting like a fucking nigga in front of your children. Stand the fuck up. Be a black man. Be a black man. Stop acting like a fucking nigga. Take that fucking NYPD hat off. Take off them fucking crackers you got. Take off them fucking crackers you got on your shirt. You running around here like a fucking nigga, and you got these black men that was murdered in the hands of these fucking police officers. Standing in the line of fire of them police officers. You walking up and down the street like a fucking coon, and you got your babies looking at a fucking poor example of a fucking nigga.
You don't know me, man.
The black families did not have to do anything for us.
You're damn right, because he's
Fucking coon ass nigga walking around with white police officer shirt on. Cause police got murdered, he got on a police officer shirt. But when it comes to these brothers, he don't want to mention their name. Stupid motherfucker. You's a stupid ignorant ass nigga. Oh man. Man, this shit is not on. Test it.
Tell the people how you speak. It ain't nothing to speak about, because this nigga trying to talk buffoonery.
First of all, I'm not with the marching and all that shit. I'm not marching with no white motherfucker. That's what you do. That's what you do. That's why you don't see me. That's why you don't see me.
Motherfucker, you ask these cats here. I got rich off of white motherfuckers. You don't know nothing about me, nigga. I got rich off white folks. Nigga, you better check my record, nigga.
So now let me put on this shirt. See, that's why he representing the police. He got rich off of white folks. He's saying fuck all the black people that got murdered. I'ma represent the white cops. Stupid ass fucking nigga.
So the same payoff that he said that the families is taking, the same payoff. Come on, brother.
Bring your cool ass over here.
Fucking coon ass nigga. That's a fucking coon ass nigga. He walking around with the white man police officers that got murdered, and he couldn't even mention the black brothers that got murdered. Fucking nigga.
Now it's all lives matter. Repping for the victims, now blue lives matter. And he admitted to taking the motherfucking bag and the check, cause that's all they about. These niggas are money whores, okay? Inside of Rome, all they wanna be is fucking Romans. They want a seat inside of Rome. They not here for anything else. He is a perfect example of the Black Lives Matter movement, alright? Don't fall for the fucking tricks. Don't fall for the Kool-Aid. He's a groveling Negro who's looking for the bag. Bottom line.
What do you see? Let the blue pill get that. Oh,
yeah. Take the money.
What the fuck? Get out of that.
I mean, everything spoke for itself. You know, he's talking about sustaining a level of personal privilege for him and his seeds. You know what I'm saying? And this is the fallout due to the politics of Harlem, the fact that there's no more community. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like a free-for-all because of what? He said this thing has already been sold out. We can't depend on the politicians. So he's trying to make a viable claim to say, look, black people need to get into bed with somebody else. And for him, he made a decision, and he's saying it's Donald Trump. You know, like I said, I've seen that brother very active in the streets of Harlem for many years, and he's always taken on controversial positions. He's always sided with the opposition, if you will. So, you know, I think that I think he represents the ideology of nothing else. So we got a chance, right, up close and personal to witness that particular ideology. But I don't think he's alone.
So you think there are more with the similar, that instead of fortifying ourselves to survive this system, we need to run headlong into association with it?
I think that as long as they create duality in this particular system and they give people this some sort of ultimatum where they got to decide between one or the other, which is a false premise altogether, because we are in our feelings talking about Trump, and not too many of us are, speaking about Hillary and the atrocities attached to that and what have you, or what possibly could be coming by way with one of those quote-unquote presidencies. So they already have us in a quagmire. We're already engaged in a conversation that's not going to benefit us either which way. You feel me? But yes, I do feel that he's going to represent an ideology, because politics is it's a system of pimping and hoeing. So you're going to have this whole reality where the hoes are now going to say, look, you know what I mean? I want to choose up, you feel me? I want to go with this pimp rather than that pimp. So you got to have this whole movement of melanated people saying, look, I want to get in bed with the Republicans. Especially if you have a Republican presidency, you're going to see niggas switch up and become black Republicans. You're going to see Negroes come out for Trump and side with him. And, they're going to play that divide and conquer. Just like the brother said, we came on boats, they came across the waters or the rivers, so build a wall. And you're going to have people that have become, Trump going to put them in the front. You know what I'm saying? Niggas will become the buffer systems between them and Mexicans. You feel me? All right.
Yo, so Red Pill, I need you to ask Brother Smalls a couple of questions related to what we just witnessed just now.
What up? Show up. Peace. Brother Smalls, what is your sentiments towards All Lives Matter, the statement that the man just made about All Lives Matter?
It is, I would deal with it as a term, as a phraseology, because that's how we communicate ideas now, phraseology.
Hashtags.
Right, hashtag. So, it's a thesis that no humane person would argue with. Yeah, okay, great. All lives do matter. But it's never been a case, because the distribution of executions have never been in one particular category where those other lives were even an issue. The issue of whether lives matter or not became, and has always been the major issue, as black lives.
Are you familiar with Hegel? Are you familiar with Hegelian dialect?
Very much so.
So, would you be able to conceptualize the fact that the media gave you Black Lives Matter, Blue Lives Matter, and All Lives Matter, putting you in a box where none of those things even matter? They're not even, when you think about it, it doesn't even make sense, because All Lives Matter. Are you a vegetarian?
Yes.
Huh?
Yes.
Okay, but do you understand in the statement all lives? They didn't say human lives. They said all lives. So that means if you sit down at the table and eat some eggs, then you've now violated all lives.
Right.
You understand? Blue lives matter. There's no such thing as a blue life. That's an occupation. Right. When you put blue on, that's not even, you can't even, that shit doesn't make sense. Exactly. So we're dealing with a Hegelian dialect where they have you picking one or the two, and all three of them are incorrect. And if you have to tell the world that your life matters, then you're in fucking trouble.
This nigga said blue
okay?
lives matter, meaning he talking about the police.
Yeah.
You know what he's saying? When he said blue lives matter, he talking about the police. Fuck up.
I really was very interested in hearing what kind of he had. He got their direct number supposedly. So I thought if he elaborated, which I don't think he ever really did, but black folks ain't monolithic. But to really come from a construct that he's trying to stand on, that Trump any day of the week is going to have an inkling to do something that's going to be of benefit to black folks, to African Americans, to go back what is old news in his history right here in New York. He has yet to apologize for the ad he took out about the 5 young men that were falsely accused of rape, that were exonerated, and to this date, I have not seen anyone even put that question to him. So there's a lot going on related to Trump that is smoke and mirrors. But you know what? This stuff is getting scary because he is the nominee for one of the largest parties in this country. What does that say about America and Americans? Not all of them, But if enough of y'all are rolling with that type of insanity, the future doesn't bode very well. And I'm all for people being outspoken and wanting justice in their particular manner and particular way. But hate has never, ever solved this. And exploitation ain't going to do it because the rich is getting richer and the poor is getting poorer. How many more poets do we need to make songs about it? So we're at a time and a place where all of your actions, your movements, your efforts, and most importantly, your spirit, get yourself right, because we need soldiers to step up and step into this battle. Can you build on that, Pill?
Yeah. My whole sentiments about the whole thing is if that's the best that white America could muster up is Trump and Hillary, then we need to divorce ourselves from America, period. All right? The conversation about not pledging allegiance. All right? The conversation about not participating in the system. The conversation about not giving our attention and our energy to a defunct system. They're showing you that it's defunct and de facto because the best that they scraped up was a woman who is health-wise, she's a fucking invalid, all right? She's not even healthy. Her mind is not healthy. Her spirit is corrupt. She's sick. She just fainted today. It's a wrap. She's going to die, all right? And him, he's a goddamn actor. He's an entertainer. He's not even a politician. So the best that white America could muster up is Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton. And niggas still worshiping them. And they still believe in the system. So all I'm saying is the conversation that we need to have amongst our community, we got to stop falling for Hegelian dialect. We got to stop falling for the coonery. We got to stop, you know, pausing what we've been doing and paying attention to some shit that's not paying attention to us. I don't care who's president. We still have work to do. We did it under Bush. We did it under Clinton. We did it under Obama. And we'll do it under whoever the hell they put in the office. Bottom line. But we got to stop giving them our power. All right? Bottom line. You niggas got to stop pledging allegiance. You got to drop out of their institutions. You got to stop going to their wars. Stop playing in their armies with them. Stop saying yes, sir, no, sir, and all of this stupid shit that y'all be doing. All right? Stop giving your life energy to the system. You are a battery. Fuck the check that they cutting. You're a battery. Bottom line. All right? So that's what I'm talking about. Withdrawing from the system 100%. Let's start thinking with a sovereign mind. That's it.
Right, but just to build on that, to withdraw from the system, to unplug, that has to be done tactically. How many people right now, their sustenance is based on, hold that point, is based on a check someone else writes for them to pay their rent, feed their children. So yeah, stepping away, that makes for good rhetoric and that sound fly, but unless you really plan and you are really disciplined, most, just like in the Matrix, some are so inured with the system that they'll fight the very things that's trying to free them from them.
Black News 102. All right? What I stated earlier about the fact that we have a community that we need to focus on, right? Yeah. Is the solutions to all of the problems that we keep bringing up is inside of our community. Now, if we stop paying attention to everything that's going on around us that's distracting us, and we begin to focus on us and our community, that's where the solution is. Look, there's people inside the community that was selling crack to niggas' mamas. There's people inside of the community was bodying people, kicking doors down, tying them up for money. There's people in the community, hold on, they were receiving their sustenance in illegal ways. There's women in the community that were selling their yoni, their bodies, to pay their rent. I'm giving you extremes. Now there's people in the community that have to wake up 5 in the morning, punch a clock, and call a white man sir and ma'am and yes sir and things of that nature. So I'm giving you two extremes. There's the illegal life, then there's the legal life. But then people got into a community or organization where you utilize the power of the organization and the power of the community and the power of your culture to free you from the matrix. Bottom line. So what would we have to do? We will have to stop playing motherfucking games and get serious about what it is that we're doing, because we can empower ourselves. How did the Nuwabians become self-sustainable? How did the Nation of Islam in the 60s and the 70s become self-sustainable? How did the UNI c.i.a. under Garvey becomes self-sustainable. They said what? Self-preservation is number one. You got to be self-made. This is not the time to be somebody who says, oh, well, if I sat on the white man's lap, he helped keep my lights on. He helped put food in my refrigerator. Well, goddamn it, you just a slave. You're pledging allegiance to a system that kills you in one hand and feeds you in the other. And then, like that man who just left with his children, you come up with excuses when they cut the check. We don't need their money. We don't need them to tell us what to do. Our brothers and sisters have gone to college. They have degrees. They are smart. We have to agree to begin to protect ourselves and our self-interest and to secure the circle and start, you know, the people got, look, the Felders got clothing.
Right, I got that.
We got the clothing and all of these other things.
So okay, now I get that. You know you're preaching to the choir, but I put it on the table because there are people listening right now that is wonderful and motivating and exhilarating as that may sound. They got a job that they trying to get a pension on, that they got their health care connected through, that their skill set could be degrees, some ain't degree, some in the MTA, some is in different honorable work that don't require degrees. So again, they locked in. So step away, be self-sufficient. It's all great. Everybody, and I don't even want to sound elitist or whatever, but just over the years, everybody ain't cut out to be an entrepreneur. There's some folks, thank goodness they got jobs out here, because they would not be able to come out here and fend for themselves in an environment where they got to compete with others that are trying to eat. They will starve. And New York is a pressure cooker like that, because you got some of the best here, and you got to rise with and above them. Okay, we just got to finish. So just finish the bill on that, and then give it right back to Sonetta.
Now, inside of the movement, we got the youth that's watching. Right. Also, we have young adults watching. Then we have the elders or the olders and people of older ages watching. So, what I'm saying to my entrepreneur-minded people who are not locked in as of yet, some people have the privilege of not being able to pay bills. Some people may have the privilege of not having children as of yet. So the information about network marketing, cooperative economies, collaborative economies, utilizing multi-level marketing to create an income stream. I'm not saying to make that your career, because inside of every man, woman, and child, especially if you inside of this movement, I ain't talking about people who have not identified the greatness within them. But if you've identified the greatness within you, you should be able to identify your skill set. You should be able to identify what talent you have. And that's what I'm saying. Instead of saying you got people that are artists that are flipping fries at McDonald's because they have to. What I want to empower them with and encourage them to do is to tap into your skill set, into your talent. Maybe because you were part of this slave-like world, you could not even express your creativity. You cannot express your intelligence to be smart. I had to be a worker, an earner. So there are people who have 401ks. There are people who got to provide for the children. To those people, I would say this. I apologize if my speech in any way came across subversive and judgmental because of what it is that you have to do to provide for you and yours. I'm not talking to you. I am not even judging you. I'm saying if that's what you got to do, do it. Leave your mind open about multiple income streams when opportunities arrive and when opportunities present themselves. Please be mindful and try your best to be a part of that. Because remember, the way that the economy is going is called residual income. The way that everything has been set up, you could punch the clock. You could even work on the plantation and still have multiple income streams. You could be part of a network marketing, multi-level marketing, all kind of things, internet marketing, affiliate marketing. The list goes on. I'm not telling people to come out here on 2/5. This is not for every. This ain't you. This is not for everybody. This is not an easy job. You dig what I'm saying? So I'm gonna say it like that. But like the brother was saying, the ultimate goal is to rebuild what it is that we had before we became integrated. Before we got into the system, we had our own. That's all I'm saying. Let's have our own. Let's bring that back.
Yes. And good brother, come on in. Come on in, good brother. And
brother doing the knowledge. Talk to us.
Yes, come on over. Your name and who you represent and what's your purpose? What you here for?
All right. Peace. My name is Knowledge Born Gala Law. My purpose here was the sound that you guys are building on. And my lessons, it say sound travel at 1,120 feet per second. The things that within this brother and within you is sound. What it is supposed to do is supposed to attract us to make us revolve around that magnetic attraction. And our body has melanin. And our melanin is what attracts us to the truth. So when you brothers are speaking the truth, it automatically borns what's already in us. So what y'all doing is peace. That's all I wanted to say.
I appreciate that, and obviously that's what we have to continue to build on. Is there an underside to that? Meaning that can that process be co-opted? Because sometimes our people feed on falsities too.
Yes.
And sometimes we have false prophets among
Yes.
us. So we don't need to be gullible. How do we decipher when we're getting truth and when we're getting something that is not so?
There's only one way to decipher that. And that's how I say. If we all are bodies of light, right? The only thing that could pull bodies of light is gravity. Gravity pulls bodies of light into a force that light can't get out, right? Now, light could be in darkness and don't know it's in darkness, but it can still live in darkness. That's what light does. So if light can live in darkness, the only thing that can repel the light out of darkness is truth. So
deep.
you can
That's
just
deep.
sit
That's
here
deep.
and speak the truth, and that sound will automatically tap everyone that has melanin in them.
Right.
Because in our melanin exists electromagnetic waves.
Right. Or even to say it differently, you speak truth, it will resonate
Yes.
with all those who have truth within them.
True fact.
Because even I think, and not even getting to the Bible, that's why when they speak about Satan, it's like the truth is not in him.
That's what-
There's people who don't have the truth. But if you have it and you hear it, you're drawn to it.
That's
You're
why-
drawn to it.
That's why this is the truth. Because what it does is it's a science behind this flag.
And he says there's the science. We're going to close out with this, Sonetta. Go ahead.
I got his card.
Okay.
Yes, there's
And
a
there's
science behind.
He was saying there's a science. Could you explain it briefly?
There is a science behind this flag, which means that it covers every square mile of the universe. All of these rays are points in which the truth will travel.
Yes.
Now, if we are here exhibiting the truth, then it will travel everywhere
Exactly.
around us.
Good brother, thank you for sharing that. Thank you for blessing us. I will hold on to this. And Sonetta, I know Sonetta is bouncing. He's taking a family to the movies. This is a side of him y'all don't see. Sonetta is a family man. He's a good brother. I know he can be a knucklehead. Now he's gonna edit this out, so y'all even gonna see this. But aside from that, he's a good brother. He's got a good heart. Let's work with him.